First of all, my name is Daniel Ferrer. I'm from Spain, and I would like to first step say thank you very much to all of the company and all of the campus party people working on that very good experience that we think that we are going to offer. Thanks first of all to Max Trejo who introduced me in this show. Well, guys, I would like to speak first of all from my side, who I am. I'm Daniel Ferrer. Like I told you, I'm from Spain. I studied my degree in business management and administration in a university here from Spain, which is Rey Juan Carlos. I make my master and my post degree in the principal stocks markets university here in Spain. And I have made my own expertise and my own track record as a programmer and making artificial intelligence models applied on the forex markets and financial markets. And that's is the point that we are going to speak today. Well, first of all, I would like to explain what is artificial intelligence and how we understand that what is artificial intelligence. As you have probably noticed, artificial intelligence is currently a hot topic. Media coverage and public discussion about artificial intelligence is almost impossible to avoid. However, you may also have noticed that artificial intelligence means different things from different people depending of what is the usage that this kind of people is doing. Because from the beginning, for some people, for example, artificial intelligence is about artificial life forms that can surpass human intelligence, and for others, almost any data processing technology can be called artificial intelligence. The most basic models of artificial intelligence, how is, for example, the combination of algorithms using genetics is called artificial intelligence. In New Horizon Capital, we worked in a complex models who makes the process to analyze and execute orders to the market more easier and more dynamic. You can see almost anything from statics and business analytics to manually encode if the rules call artificial intelligence. And an attempt at the definition more useful would be to list properties that are characteristics to artificial intelligence, to AI. In this case, autonomy and adaptivity. The first of all that we would like to speak about artificial intelligence is not just how we create these kind of models, it's how we use, for example, K technologies, the autonomy of the analysis models and the execution models in different kind of sectors or sections of your business. It could be medicine and music and other kind of application. For example, we have a lot of examples in medicine, for example, in terms of analyze the parameters of different kind of problems on health cares that the doctors can see. We have an example in the United States the past months, a very complex group of medics and of doctors study different kind of problems in cardiovascular terms, radiographies and other items that they are study about, and they use artificial intelligence to trying to find a parameter which have a conclusion in terms of a possible problem that the different kind of people should have in the heart in the future, and they find these problems with this kind of artificial intelligence. The ability to perform tasks in complex environment without constant guidance by a user, the adaptability is the biggest point that we should study, and here from my company we are using right now. Well, the ability to improve performance by learning from experience using machine learning and deep learning, going deep in why the success or why the loss are getting by a system using artificial intelligence is the biggest advantage that you can have it using that kind of models. You study the past and you project the what's is the different kind of possibilities to happen in the future with that kind of models. But more important is not just to learn from the past, is learn from the present and trying to find the correct way from the future. For example, in the financial markets, when you study different kind of macros and microeconomies, chartist parameters, or other kinds of information that is provided by the analysts and the money managers, is the information that we are getting from that kind of word is massive. Okay, and the probability to get successful instruments or successful results from human analysis is very difficult. With these kind of instruments, which is artificial intelligence on the instrument that we, for example, have created, which is Ultramarine, we fix that complex, we fix the problems of the complexity of the information that it is in the market, and trying to find the problems and trying to fix these problems with these instruments. Artificial intelligence is a scientific discipline like mathematics or biology. This means that the artificial intelligence collection of concepts, problems, and methods to solving them. Okay. From New Horizon Capital, what we have been done the past 6 years is use Ultramarine with our own structure of multi-neural networks levels who works together to try to find the problems on different kind of point of information and inefficiencies in forex markets. Why forex markets? You all can ask about that. Well, first of all, because we chose that market because it's the most liquidity market in the world, and we want to do something different in a market like equity or markets like venture capital or real estate, which of course you can get a performance which is very high. But the problem is the liquidity. In time is like a COVID time. You have someone can have a problem of liquidity and cannot just close the position and get his money back. And from our side, we create that system to give back this opportunity of this management cash flow from the clients. How we should apply the artificial intelligence in financial markets is very complicated to explain in short words. In our experience, the biggest problem that has the financial market is how the people manage difficult and risk situation, because we have conditions in our around us, for example, our personal lives, our sentimental lives, or maybe a situation that we cannot manage, who affect in terms of how we fix some problems that we are going to have in a very risk and volatility market. How is the financial market? And what artificial intelligence gives to us is the opportunity to fix or resolve these kind of problems faster than a human, looking in more points that thousands of people can see in a moment, 24 hours per day, 365 days per year. And with that machine learning, that system of neural networks, multi-level, we fix the problem because we just put like a pool of all of information that affects of the currencies in spot markets and analyzes all of them at simultaneous time and makes a very quick analysis and a conclusion of this analysis on a best performance that we can have with that trading. That's a solution that we make for a sector which is a financial sector or financial market. With right now, it's like a chaos, right? And how does do Ultramarine? Well, Ultramarine works first of all trying to find the problems on liquidity terms in high volatility moments and creating new strategies, learning from the past, projecting from the future, and trying to find the parameters that it's working on lifetime to trying to find the correct way to execute and the different ways of that kind of algorithms, combining all of them in real time and trying to find or trying to delay the problem of how is the chaotic in short periods of time, for example, in 1 second or less to 1 second, that all of the algorithms or quantitative systems have normally, and trying to adapt. Well, just right now, it's not trying. He's adapting all of the time from the different scenarios that we are suffering. An example of that, we can say that the first week of the crisis of the COVID, our system doesn't learn how it's working all in forex markets and do nothing, just see what is happening, learn about all of the information that is taking in all of the week. At the end of the week, trying to find a conclusion of that analysis, and on the next week he tests the market with a very short trades, trying to find how is the way what we have to take, and that's the conclusion of a very long analysis that the system is doing 24 hours per day, and trying to find where is the opportunities all of the time, adapting, because we live in a times which is a very difficult to understand the where is real, where is really the not the opportunity, not to repeat me more times, is where is the inefficiencies of the markets. And that's what all of the artificial intelligence, or in our case ultramarine, is doing right now. Well, for more information about how it's the future of these instruments, like artificial intelligence, it's going to change the world, the financial world, is very easy. This instrument is going to substitute the human learn, the human execution, and the human analysis for the future, making the market more stability, making the market more profitable, making the market more predictable, because all of the artificial intelligence, what looks or what trying to do is to make the chaos, to transform the chaos into stability, right? And if we all use this kind of instruments, for sure in the future we will have a better experience when we invest in financial markets. Of course, it's very difficult to do that because we work in a sector where the ego, where the sentimentalism is it's very strong in the mentality of the money managers, and they think that they have something better to offer to his clients, of course. And we understand that there's some people that have a vision, a very different vision from what they are doing and what they have to do. But if we have, for example, ultramarine generating all of the times new kind of strategies, which is constant it is performing in short periods of times, or in long periods of times, and comparing and combining all of these strategies, which is, of course, I told you again, creating all of the times new kind of strategies, and projecting that strategies on the future, we can predict what is going to happen, and more important, reduce the risk and the exposition of our clients to the market. That's the biggest point. What we have done with ultramarine is reduce the risk, because all of the time that the system fail, learn why we make this fail, or learn why we are so successful, and deep inside this learning with machine learning and deep learning, how we told before, and trying to find the why. The question is why. What is the purpose of all of this is happening? The why is the key of the solution that we will find to not make the same mistake in the future. And all of the events that we can suffer is limit. And that's why the beta of the beta of our risk have a trend to zero. Of course, never we are gonna get an absolute zero, but as much as it's difficult to understand the market, and as much we make mistakes, we have a lower probability to make it in the future. And that's the key. The human can make the same mistake more than one time in life because we forget, because we think that we are on the good way. We think that we are making the good things, but the artificial intelligence don't think that. Just learn of the mistakes and never do again and adapt. The key of this work is the adaptation, the adaptative quality that have this kind of technologies, which is amazing for everybody. Adapting to the new circumstances, adapting from the new problems that we are seeing in the market, adapting from the new kind of information that we are having, and projecting these problems for the future. And now, if we have some questions, maybe we can fix it. Okay, here the broadcast is to a custom destination. Available to show viewer comments. Okay. 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 I think. Well, just to finish, the this speaks. Well, New Horizon Capital is a technology company we created 6 years ago. We are now in the vanguard of the development of technologies applications for the financial markets, and we create a new fund which is absolutely automatically and working all with Ultramarine, which is our artificial intelligence, and we are one of the first funds in the world that only use artificial intelligence, not quantitative systems, which is static. I do it again. I repeat myself. Is a dynamic system who change the rules, who change the conditions, and adapt it for new circumstances. Okay, if you're done. Well, thank you very much to all of our viewers. Thank you very much for Giacomo and all of the teams from Campus Party to on a global Campus Party and an Italian Campus Party. And thank you very much to my friends Maxim Trejo for this opportunity. I hope this time it's been very good for us, and I hope that the people has learned something from us.